In this tutorial video, we're going to look at calculating percentage decreases by using multipliers. So we are also going to be using a calculator to help us, and this is how we go about solving these particular kinds of problems. We need to look here at the question, $98.20 decreased by 120%. So how do we figure out what our multiplier is going to be? Now, our multipliers are a decimal number, and we just have to multiply the original amount by that decimal number to get the answer. So the only problem is how to get that decimal number, which is going to be our multiplier. Here's how we can think about it. 100% of the original number is, in this case, $98.20. From that 100%, we need to subtract the decrease percentage. And in this case, it's 120%. Now, we don't know what 120% is going to be yet, but we have to subtract that from 100%. Let's just focus, though, on here, the percentages. Now, if I am to take 100 minus 120, I'm going to end up with minus 20%. Now, with minus 20%, we face the prospect of having a multiplier that is a negative, but that's okay. Okay, so what do we do with minus 20%? Well, we put it over 100 because we're going to convert it into a fraction. So minus 20% is going to be minus 20 over 100, and we're going to convert this into a decimal. And how we do that? Pretty simple. Where is the decimal point in minus 20? Well, we can't see it, so it must be at the end. Okay, we're going to divide. It says here minus 20 divided by 100, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And when we divide, we actually move the decimal point to the left. All we have to do is figure out how many place values will we be jumping, and the denominator has the information. If the denominator is a multiple of 10, and with these kinds of problems, it always will be, it's always going to be over 100. So you just count up the zeros, 1, 2, and that tells you how many jumps to the left that you'll make. 1, 2. It then becomes minus 0.2. And this minus 0.2 is our multiplier for this question. Next step is to use that multiplier. Later, we're going to go 98.2, which is $98.20, multiplied, that's the by bit. Okay, so multiplied by, and then we're going to go minus 0.2. And to make this even clearer, I'll probably put this in brackets. So let's use the calculator. All right, so there we go. Make sure I've got a scientific calculator. Let's clear it all. 98.2 multiplied, brackets, minus 0.2. Close the brackets. And what do we get? Minus 19.64. Minus 19.64. The final answer is 19.64, but it's negative and it's dollars. So in the real world, this would be like you're in debt by minus $19.64. Moving on to question number 2, we have decrease 98,750 by 52%. So again, we have to focus on the percent to start with and turn that into a multiplier. So again, let's think about what all this means. If we have 100%, what do we have? Well, we have 98,750. We're going to subtract 52% from 100% because we've been asked to decrease, okay, by 52. Now, we don't know what 52% is just yet. We're going to figure that out very, very shortly. But if I subtract 52 from 100, I get 48%. So all I have to do is turn 48% into a decimal. So I do that first by making it into a fraction. So 48% is 48 out of 100. I now need to put in my decimal point, which is here. And then I just need to move my decimal point to the left by however many jumps the denominator tells me. And the denominator is telling me 2 jumps to the left. 2 jumps to the left, which equals 0.48. So what that means is that my multiplier for number 2 is going to be 0.48. So basically, all I need to do now is do this with my calculator. 98,750 multiplied by 0.48. And that will give me the final answer. So let's clear all this. Let's go with 98,750, right? Multiplied by 0.48, and I get 47,400. And that's the final answer. Hopefully that's helped you understand a little bit more about how to calculate percentage decreases using multipliers. You can see that most of the work is to actually calculate the multiplier. Once you've got that, it's a relatively simple process to find out the answer.